What's good, everybody? Welcome to Outside the Playbook. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Klay Thompson versus Paul George. Before we get into that, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, click the link down below in the description to get discounts on brands like Fanatics, Dad Gang, and Dubby. Let's get into it.
Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
This clip resurfaced recently. Klay Thompson on PD's podcast. They're talking about each other's careers. Let's play the clip for the people, get some context to the conversation. People forget how cold PG was. So basically, the conversation was about, like, yeah, bro, you got the rings and stuff. And then Klay was like, nah, but I never had to carry a franchise in this situation. Not to compare careers so much, but the situation is different. What do y'all feel about that situation or conversation?
I don't know. I don't even think people really forget about PG, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Bro.
We don't. And that's part of the problem. Nobody forgets about how good Paul George is. The problem is the same problem everybody has with Kawhi and Anthony Davis. You ain't ever healthy, bro. You're never healthy. When you are fully healthy and when you were at the height of your prime, it looks like what we got in OKC. Third in MVP, third defensive player of the year, all-NBA defense, all-star. That's what we expect to see out of Paul George when he's at his absolute best. So, no, we don't forget about Paul George. No, we don't disrespect him. You talk about a lot how, nobody really understands, I want to be on the court. I want to do X, Y, and Z. Can't judge that. The only thing I can judge is what is on the court. And oftentimes, you are not.
The nigga just said he had 6 surgeries, bro. He just never available for real. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody respect his game. Like
6. That's tough.
Because you only really had to lead the Pacers. Everywhere else,
But it was for a nice amount of time.
And he wasn't really the leader. He was the best player.
bro. But you
After that,
kind
he
of,
was
It really was only like 4 years though, 3 or 4
you
years.
damn near said like, I'm a second option. Like, you kind of vocally expressed that.
You did. You literally said.
But he had to battle them 4 years against Prime Bron, bro, in Miami. That is tough.
Put a team on your back for 4 to 5 years. That's.
I ain't gonna even say he put him. They was like a collective.
But he was the guy.
What I hate about what he just said, he had to battle 4 years against Prime Bron. Then why does everybody keep disrespecting Charles Barkley? Why does everybody disrespect players in the 90s that didn't get championships? Why do players who didn't have championships in the 2010s get disrespected? Why do players who had to play against Tim Duncan and the Spurs and Kobe and Shaq in LA and then Kobe and Powell, why do all those guys get disrespected for not having championships? Why is that a running joke? A lot of these narratives, man, they ain't consistent.
I mean, he was the guy.
He was
He
the
knew it
best
was his
player,
team.
bro. But David West
Was like the guy.
Yeah.
PG was just the best player.
Then you had Danny Granger
Roy
Danny
Hibbert
Granger
before
was the
DJ got hurt.
was the anchor.
Leader.
On
the
defense.
guy.
They had a good
Yeah,
collective.
they had a solid team for sure.
Yeah,
But I'm the best player, so it's they
Yeah.
gonna say I'm carrying the
yeah.
load.
Because it's like, I mean, he had some great moments on the Pacers and some good playoff runs. But like Lance had great runs.
Yeah. And I'm thinking,
Yeah, Lance, George Hill, David West, Roy Hibbert, Hansbrough came off the bench. You had a lot of different guys contributing that year.
again, when he said I'm the second
couple
option, I
years.
feel like he always felt that way.
Even on the Pacers?
Yeah, bro.
Ranger.
Because it's like, I don't think Anthony Edwards ever say that.
Nah, he not like that.
I don't think, no other
Like,
dog would really
let's
say
see
that.
how, like, go to his like Pacer run real quick.
I think he was like, I can't get it done as the first option, so fuck it. I need somebody on the team better if we gonna win.
I'm a Scottie Pippen this
He
thing.
said, send help, bro. I'm not trying to do this by myself.
Yeah. Like,
I guess he is better as a second option.
no disrespect, but
Hey, Yahoo, bro. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you what this nigga said.
I'll pull him up I'll pull up the numbers in
I
just a
ain't
second.
no disrespect. Paul George is cold. He's
Hell
one of the
yeah,
best
he cold.
basketball players. He was one of my teammates, and he was one of the best players I ever seen. But
Facts.
I don't think like leading a franchise 23 a game.
Nah. Even at that time period, like you said, the score wasn't as super high. It was a collective as a team. Yeah,
Now,
but
in the playoffs, he turned this shit up.
Yeah, he
He
hooped.
for sure did.
He hooped.
1,000%. He went toe to toe with Bron, bro.
Yeah, I just don't think he ever
What did he average in the playoffs?
28, 27. Is that what they say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm something, bro.
Yeah, he went
That's when
crazy.
he like, all right, y'all, watch out, I got it. Like them type of moments, and it's respected. But I mean, shit, his playoff numbers is way better than his, in season numbers.
I mean,
I
it's
feel like it should be though.
I ain't mad at that.
Always.
I feel because they just had a good team.
Always.
So who would y'all take? What career?
Oh, Klay Thompson. Every day.
Yeah, Clay.
And this is what's frustrating about these conversations that these players are having. On one hand, you're saying rings don't matter that much. All right. Are you talented? Are you skilled? Are you the number one option? All these other things. Take rings out of it. Sit them off to the side. What are you without championships? Let's talk about Paul George, who does not have a championship. 9-time All-Star, steals champ, 6-time All-NBA, 4-time All-Defense, most improved player, 3rd in MVP, 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year when he was in OKC, 20 points, 6.3 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 44, 38, 85. Okay? This is what he was putting up in Indiana. Okay, in Indiana, he was putting up 18 points, 3.2 assists, 6.3 rebounds, 85 from the line, 37 from 3, and 43%. Okay. Now, obviously, we have got to talk about his playoff numbers because, again, they made note when he went toe to toe with LeBron, this is what he was doing. Okay. So, in Indiana, goes up to 19 points, goes up to 4 assists, 7.3 rebounds, free throws drop, 3-point drops, field goal percentage drops. So for his career in the regular season to the playoffs, everything dropped when it got to the playoffs, except for his scoring went up 1 point. Okay, now let's have a conversation about OKC. All right, this is what he was doing in OKC. 25 points, 6.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 39% from 3, 43 from the field, 83 from the free throw line. That was his 2 seasons with Russell Westbrook. You go to the playoffs. And this is what has always bothered me about the conversation surrounding Paul George. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. He needed more of this. At some point, you got to look at the door and say, help's not coming. I got to do something. And that's what's always bothered me about a conversation surrounding him. 26.5, 3.1 assists, 7.2 rebounds, 83, 84 from the line, 34 from 3, 42 from the field. I mean, very consistent. All right, obviously playing with Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, those numbers should be better. And he should play more than just 6 games in OKC year 1, losing to the Portland Trail Blazers. More than 5 games in OKC year 2, playing against the Utah Jazz, not showing up in that last game. So that there's a letdown there that is very consistent. Not going to really talk about the Clipper seasons because, you know what? In fairness, let's be fair to him. Conference finals, he got them to the conference finals. I'm pretty sure it was the year after the bubble. All right, 26.9, 5.4 assists, 9.6 rebounds, 84 from the free throw line, 33, 34 from 3, 44 from the field. let's be fair, okay? And this is what I was saying. When he's right, he is one of the best and most talented players in the entire NBA. All right, let's look at Klay Thompson. Already made note. Hey, didn't have to carry a team like you did. All right, my responsibility was very limited to what I am a specialist at doing, which is shooting the lights out of the ball. All right, every single game, I got one job: shoot the basketball. 5-time All-Star, 1-time All-Defense, 4-time champion, 2-time All-NBA, 1-time All-Rookie. Obviously, 1-time, duh. But they said they would rather have Klay Thompson's career. There is nothing on this list that I would rather have from Klay Thompson over Paul George than the 4 championships. So do championships matter, or is it talent, skill, responsibility, X, Y, and Z, all of those other things? Is that why we're saying Klay Thompson over Paul George? Because he has 4 championships? 19 points, 3.5 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 45, 41, 86. Again, you can't really make an argument for one thing and not the other. And what I mean by one thing and not the other is you can't make an argument and say rings don't matter and then turn around and say, you know what? I'm going to take Klay Thompson's career over Paul George's career when the accolades are clearly in George's favor. 20 points, 2.3 assists, 3.5 rebounds, and this is all before the injury. I'm just talking about before the injury. 85 from the line, 41 from 3, 46 from the field. All right, now let's look at the playoffs real quick. $20 points, 2.2 assists, 4 rebounds, 86 from the line, 40 from 3, 44 from the field. I would rather have Paul George's career if we're just talking about accolades and individual things. I would rather have Klay Thompson's career if I'm talking about championships. But you can't go back and forth and change the argument and say Klay Thompson is having a better career when the only thing that he has that is better than Paul George is the 4 championships. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments, whose career would you rather have? Klay Thompson with the 4 rings or Paul George with the All-NBA selections, the All-Star selections, the defensive team selections? That's one more for the good guys.